Man, imagine paying $1,200 for that piece of shit.
No thanks.
That's insane.
No, that's different, that's shred.
Oh, what's this?
This is just stew,
Oh,
that's fine,
oh.
that's okay. You eat that.
Hey, this.
Yeah, no, that, he's gonna eat that, you gotta heat it up though. You gotta get another one of
So the
these.
pasta for this.
Yes, yeah.
For this one. This morning,
I know, that's okay.
Neither. Neither. Dinosaurs are aliens. Well, I mean, I would be more fascinated with an alien. At least you could communicate with them. A dinosaur, you'll just want to step on you or eat you. As we've seen on TV. They're not very friendly, are they? Like Godzilla, he's not a very friendly character. Or King Kong. Unless you're a blonde with blue eyes and have a shapely body, then maybe you'll be all right with King Kong.
Those people are in here 2 minutes. Okay. I just hope you didn't heat it up, that's it. It didn't heat up. That's what it's doing.
Greetings, Happy Moon. How are you? How long did it take you to get from Turkey to the United States? I'd rather get stepped on than study. Yeah, then the little dinosaurs will just eat you off the ground. APC on the best, on the beat. Time revealing your words that are unraveling. Really? So what do you disagree with about Donald Trump? AZ Rilling Mamon, you're English or Spaniel? English or Spanglish? Istanbul is watching you and loves you very much. Well, thank you, Happy Moon. I appreciate that. And love right back at you, my friend. You're in Indonesia. Oh, I would love to go there. I would love to go to a southeastern country, like the Philippines, Asia, all those countries. I'm just watching your words lose meaning. Like, what words is that, APC? What words are losing meaning? Like, what are you mad about? What are you upset about? I'm an Ingress? Why is that? Why is that? So I assume you didn't vote for Donald Trump?
No. No, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, yeah, go eat it. It's fine.
Why would you say that?
It's just enough for him.
Not gaming?
If there's a little bit, I'll show you. I eat a little.
Too much?
That's it. That's a half a bag. It's 4 ounces.
You mean 4-cylinder. Happy Moon, I think it would be good if you introduce yourself a little bit. Well, I am Johnny JohnAvanti. My YouTube channel is Johnny Brooklyn NYC. I'm from Brooklyn. And I voted for Donald Trump. And I'm kind of agreeing with a lot of his policies. I'm not agreeing with him going to war or bombing people, but I agree with his policies on taxes and cutting the government. How do you feel? Why do you say that my opinion is fading? I mean, you don't want lower taxes? You don't want to end government corruption? You want to just continue people from all over the world ripping off the United States? I mean, that's your idea of a good government? You want bloated government, like where people get no-show jobs? Dawn will adult. I'm doing my taxes. Okay. AKU Indonesia, lower taxes. Yes. Yes, definitely. I mean, that's what Donald Trump's goal is. That's what any politician's goal should be. Is to lower whoever selected them to represent their group is to lower their taxes, not to worry about foreign countries, migrants, social issues. Their job is to lower your taxes. That's their job. And how do you lower taxes is by putting the tax burden on the consumer and relieving the tax burden from the citizen. Because basically, right now, our government in the United States, federal, local, state, is basing their tax potentials on the citizen, their hard work of the citizen, not on the consumer, which is the way it should be. Stinky Pete, your taxes will not decrease. I pay for more than you ever will. Okay, well, you should be on my side then and try and convince people or convince politicians that you want your taxes lowered. Yes, let's like the live. We have 119 viewers. Everybody, we're all friendly here. Let's tap the live, man. Let's get the thumbs up. But the big companies are not going. Well, I mean, if you have a good consumer taxation, the big companies don't have to pay taxes either. Why do you want companies to pay taxes? If you can get corporations to avoid paying taxes, and the taxes are based on consumerism, whether it's imported goods or national consumerism, good. Then corporations won't have to pay taxes. Yeah, man. What's up, my man? They need to clear all the homeless off the streets, deport the immigrants. Well, the entire population of Texas, I agree with you, but there's not that many homeless. I mean, they just make it sound like there's a lot of homeless because they want to avoid the fact that we're being taxed out of our homes, taxed out of affording to even buy a car, to having children, to sending our kids to college, if you want that. So they make up the story like, oh, we have a homeless problem. But if you take California, they say they have like 180,000 homeless with 40 million people. Is that a problem? In the whole state. California's gigantic, but the homeless live in one little area. The same thing in New York. New York has 9 million people. They say there's like 130,000 homeless, right? So now if there was 4 million homeless, 5 million, now you got a problem. You'd see homeless people everywhere you go, not just in one little area. Why did he bomb? Well, you know, we have a thing called the military-industrial complex, and I read somewhere where the government needs to spend $50 billion a year on them in order for them to be viable. So they're there when we really need them, if we really go to war. But I don't even see us going to war with anybody. I mean, who are we going to go to war with? Europe? Europe ain't gonna be able to get together and invade the United States. China doesn't want to go to war. If China wanted to go to war, we would have went to war with them a long time ago. Russia doesn't want to go to war. So in reality, we don't need this giant military. Trump, what country is that? Canada? Well, Trump is not going to invade Canada. He's stating that if the Canadian people want to be part of the United States, which will probably benefit them and the United States, who's going to fuck with us then? Imagine where Canada and the United States, like Canada becomes a state. It wouldn't be one state, it would be 3 states. You can't have one big state like Canada. Just the way Canada's split up now, it would probably be like individual states. And I can guarantee you a lot of Americans would move to Canada. They would love to go to Canada. A lot of people would move to Canada from America. Wouldn't it be each Yeah, it would probably, they're just saying the 51st state, but eventually it would probably get, Canada would be smart if this is, all right, look, we'll keep Quebec, Montreal, you can have that part of the country, like Ontario and the part near Washington. There's hardly any population there. There's like nobody even lives in that area. So what's the point of Canada having that, maintaining the roads and like it is not up to those people. And if the governments agree, then that's what they'll do. Like Canada can literally sell half of their country to the United States, in favor. Like they could say, okay, we're not going to pay tariffs for 10 years. We'll give you Ontario. We'll give you Queensland. We'll give you this and that. So now when you want to go to Alaska, you don't have to drive through Canada anymore. You'll be driving through the United States. Yeah, like during the War of 1812, when we were fighting the British, that was the dumbest thing for the United States not to just take Canada. Take it. Kick them out. We would have had it. The United States, no one would have been able to fuck with us. We would have had the strongest country in the world. And Canada probably wouldn't have been so populated either. Probably would have had a small population. Moonshark. It's not America's. What would you think if the premise of Canada took Alaska? Well, Canada can't. They don't have the power. You understand? If they could, they would. You don't think if they could, they wouldn't? They can't. Canada has nothing. They can't. They have no military strength. They have no logistics. They wouldn't even be able to bring troops there. By the time they bought their military, that's all on the eastern side of their country. We already have troops in Alaska. During the Vietnam War, you know how many battalions are in Alaska? We already have troops there. Canada wouldn't stand a chance. What do you think? You think Alaska's undefended? Prudhoe Bay and all of that shit? There's troops in Canada right now. They're there 24/7. Because we also guard against the Russian invasion from the Bering Strait. That's why, like, if Russia wanted to invade the United States, that's the only way they could do it. So they would have to bring troops to that part of Russia and try and cross the Bering Strait with ships, which they would fail miserably. I can guarantee you. Just go look at the terrain. It's just we can't even invade Russia from the Bering Strait ourselves. It would be virtually impossible. It's not like storming a beach, I would think. Or I really don't know. Operation Anchorage. USA is not that strong? Are you kidding me? Bro, we have 14 aircraft carriers just in the United States. We have more aircraft carriers than probably Europe put together. And give them China's aircraft carriers and Russia's. That's how many aircraft carriers we have. And they're good quality aircraft carriers. They're not junk aircraft carriers from World War I or retrofitted old ships to look like an aircraft carrier. Bro, the United States has the best logistics in the world. Yes, please, let's get the thumbs up going. Thank you, Terry. How are you, Terry? Are you going to celebrate St. Patty's tomorrow? I am. I got the corned beef cooking. Let's check it out. Let's check out the corned beef. Where's my corned beef? Here's my cabbage. Here's my corned beef stewing in beer, 2 cans of beer. And this is my potatoes and carrots. And for dinner, we're having chicken in the air fryer. We're making tripe. Oh, Terry doesn't like tripe. Look at that. Oh, this is my pasta. That's my pasta. I'm having pasta. Tomorrow we're celebrating the Irish. God bless the Irish. And this is the sauce that's going in my pasta. God bless the Irish, yes. Thank God for the Irish. Beautiful people. Smart, intelligent, kind, artistic. Tripe. Remember I showed you the last time? It's stomach. Either from a cow or a lamb. It's delicious. It's very healthy too. There's no fat. And it's all protein, I think. Irish stand with Palestine? Okay. I don't see why they wouldn't. I have Irish descendants. I don't. I'm 100% Italian. My daughter is 50% Italian, and I believe 25% Irish, because I think her grandfather was all German. I'm not sure, but her mother's all Irish, 100%. Oh, you would love it, Terry. Once you ate it, you'd be like, "Give me more, give me," and it's cheap, easy to cook. There's so many ways of making it. I love it. All the Europeans love it. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well. Omar Pena, what's up, Omar? They got the power to turn the power off in Minnesota. So people don't realize that the United States is actually doing Canada a favor by giving them more customers. I mean, did you ever think of that? We're doing them a favor because they don't have enough customers to even, like, they'll have excessive power. So they sell it to us. So we do them a favor by buying it. You think America can't power the entire state of New York if they wanted to, or wherever they are in Minnesota? Of course they could. It's just the stomach. Well, what about the heart? People eat the heart. People eat brain. Tongue. Tongue is delicious. Home-raised beef and lamb is best. Yeah, it's true. Thank you, President Trump. Jerry, what's happening, buddy? Ron Fisher, what's going on? 30 million Canadians, how do you think they will vote as U.S. citizens? Well, that would be the beauty of Canadians becoming U.S. citizens, is they have the power to vote. I mean, they can vote Canada back into whatever. You know what Canada means? Village. Canada, in Indian language, it means village. So much for that greed takes over the need of America. We're not forcing them to do it. Donald Trump just made a suggestion. That's it. He said, if you have it's like anything else. If you got a problem paying, then go do business somewhere else, or become part of us. And then there's no more import taxes. That's it. Justin Trudeau would really become a governor of one of those provinces. That's what Donald Trump said. It's like if you go to the bank, you have a choice. Pay, right, or get repossessed. But we're not going to go in and invade Canada. And then it's just talking points. I mean, it's just like news. Like they're making news for, Donald Trump says it, and I agree with him. Even Greenland. If Greenland became part of like a Commonwealth, they'd be better off. We give Puerto Rico like $30 billion a year. It's insane. It's just virtually, and they pay taxes there. $30 billion a year. So imagine Greenland. They would get money too. They'd all live like kings. It would be better to live in Greenland than as an American than it would be to live in America. It'd probably be cheaper. Thank you for agreeing, my friend. Guys, let's get it up to 10 thumbs ups at least. You're stupid if you're trying to justify. Well, what insane ideas do you really truly disagree with? Like, you want foreign companies to do business in the United States for free, but yet you want to raise taxes for American companies and billionaires? Does that make any sense? Why would you even why would those words even come out of your mouth? I was talking to a girl today on Facebook. She goes, "Oh, tax billionaires." I says, "But you're okay with billionaires in foreign countries making money off the United States and they don't pay any taxes, but you want to tax Americans. Oh, wow, you're real patriotic." If everybody thought like these people, we'd all be broke. We'd all be paying like insane amount of taxes. The USA is not the main character. No, who's the main character? It came out of your mouth. Oh, what is the guy talking about? Thank you, Terry. You just said his insane ideas. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't agree with him, well, you know what? Like, you're bombing Yemen, right? And they're using, this is the old story, the terrorists. I mean, who are these people? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with bombing them. I'm not ready to debate you, Nick. Really? Well, if you say so. You must be very intelligent. I just pray for things to get better. Yeah. And the way things will get better is that taxes are lowered on the American citizen and taxes are incorporated on the consumer. That's it. Why should people, human beings, pay taxes? Property taxes, income taxes. Tax systems should be based on goods and services, on inanimate objects. You are good for you, my friend, Nick. Very good. Always trying to take somebody's crap. What do you mean, AC? What crap? What tax reform has Trump done? Well, he's trying to. I think Chuck Schumer's on board. He's trying to pass a bill where, I think if you make the first $150,000 is not going to be taxed. Anything over 150, you got to pay income taxes on it. That's great, don't you think? So if you're a senior citizen and you're on a pension and Social Security, a little annuity, and it doesn't hit 150 grand, you pay no taxes. When now you got to pay. What's the bill that he's gonna cut taxes on tips, cut taxes on overtime, no taxes for anyone making the first 150,000. Because what he's trying to do is, if you look at the big picture, he's trying to take the money out of the government. This way, the government can't say, "Wow, we're going to make all this money. Let's keep borrowing and taxing." Once he passes that tax law, that means the government now knows that you can't depend on anybody making under 150,000, and that's most of the country. So the only people going to pay taxes are anybody making over 150 grand, and that's probably 20% of the country makes over 150,000 a year. Let me see. What is the percentage of Americans making over 150,000 a year? 9.5%. Roughly 9.5% of U.S. households earn between 150 and 199,000 annually, and in addition, 14.4% earn 200,000 or more. So that means 80% of Americans won't be paying federal income tax. How can you be against that? Now, the other step would be to eliminate property taxes.
It's okay.
Why would the system collapse when you have consumers? You ever hear of a consumer? JM, do you know what a consumer is? You know, consumers pay taxes, and consumers don't pay taxes. There's a lot of goods and services that consumers are not taxed for. where the government is solely basing the tax system on citizenships and people's homes. This is a lot of money, my guy. Well, they can make all that money up with consumerism. Do you know what consumerism means? Oh, that's too much. I can't eat all that.
Everything is much.
Look at all this.
Every time I say,
How can I eat all that pasta? Just give me half for now. I can't.
no, you do keep on.
All right. Wow. That's it. Look at all this. Who's gonna eat all this? How can I eat that? Look at that bowl. And look at that bowl. Gosh. I'll be like, man, that's like a huge amount of food. I mean, look, I might eat it all, but I'm gonna start slow. Because I love linguine.
Few minutes. Not too much. That's shown for you. You should know that.
There's more food coming out, so I want to have some chicken. I want some tripe, some potatoes, maybe a little room for dessert.
Where's the cheese?
The fromage. Oh, you got pasta too?
She made pasta. She made 2 different sauces.
Oh, what is this? The
Beef
steak?
sauce. No, your steak is in the
What is this
thing.
from?
That's from the other day.
I have a little steak.
Help yourself.
A little steak. This is leftover steak. So we made a sauce, like a tomato sauce. So you have leftover steak, you just put it in sauce and cook it like a stew.
It's nice and tender.
And then it comes out nice and tender.
A little bit of cheese. please.
Well, everybody lost everybody's attention.
The manjar.
Too much. You
Well, what are you heating everything up for? I mean,
Let me have a little bit of cheese, Sean.
you're heating all the food up.
What I put away in the.
I'm only
freezer.
198 pounds. I'm not 900 pounds.
She's making you 900.
And why do I always get a baby fork?
I didn't give you a baby here.
I don't understand. Did you eat with that?
I'll be nice with you.
I'm always getting a baby fork. Damn, the sauce looks, yeah, it's good. Try it. Like if you ever have leftover steak, just throw it in sauce. It comes out delicious. That's tripe. Nice and chewy, like great
It's tender, you
texture.
mean.
Little bit of pepper, so good. One time I was like deprived of tripe. Deprived. I didn't have tripe for like 2 years. I voted for Trump. Sir Master J. I'm a joke. Okay. Well, okay, that's fine. So my thing is, I made not a YouTube video, but a Facebook video, and I was stating how what they should start doing was to eliminate property taxes, charge taxes on rent, have rental taxes. Force landlords to collect rent tax. That's it. You know, and like the government can put on the rent tax, let's say 2% for every rent paid. And then the state could put 3, 4, 5%. And the state will get out of debt. You know how many rentals there is in Manhattan, in Chicago, all over the country? Millions. They can pay off the budget just with rent tax.
I did put a little kick in that, didn't I?
The other thing they ought to do is force white-collar professionals to collect taxes for their services, like lawyers. Why are lawyers exempt from collecting a sales tax? It's absurd. So let's say a lawyer makes $300,000 a month. So they take all that money, they don't pay anything to the state, and then they write it all off as much as they can, and they don't pay any taxes. So even though like they're only paying a corporate tax, they're not collecting sales tax. Right? So what they're doing is instead of making the lawyers collect the sales tax, they're exempt. And they base their taxes on the people.
That's good.
I mean, what does that even mean? Like when you do this, that means loyalty. That's what that means. It's not a bad thing. So what are you going to do? This? We salute like this. That's loyalty. That's just a salute. That's not, has nothing to do with a certain, everybody's done that all over the world. Yes, it does. What was that movie with Colonel Klink?
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes. You ever watch Hogan's
I
Heroes?
love it.
And the Germans, that's their salute. The British salute like this, right? They show their palm. The Americans salute like this, right? They go like that. British. How do Canadians salute? Anybody know how Canadians salute? I mean, what about Richard Nixon? He used to do this. That means he was doing a double, a double salute. Well, I mean, you got to think like if Elon Musk is weeding out a government corruption, how is that a bad thing? How can you say like what he's doing is a bad thing?
Listen, that's a man who was a poor fucking soul and became rich on his own. He didn't use government money.
If he was corrupt, he would take the money too. He would say, "Give me some of that U.S. aid money." He didn't take the money.
Nope.
Donald Trump didn't take any of that money either.
They're not in it for the money. They're in it to fix the problems.
Right, Trump doesn't take a salary. Yeah, but see, Elon Musk is actually getting paid directly from the government for government contracts. That's not government organization. That's different. NGOs are for people who are doing research. So the government says, "Oh, Elon, how do you land those rockets? We want to know too." Right? It's like we have Lockheed Martin. They make all the jets, all the aircraft for the United States Air Force. Who makes our ships? It's the same thing. Don't we pay them to make ships? All kinds of shit, uniforms. So Elon Musk is part of getting paid through the government, which I don't believe in space travel. But, you know, they got people convinced that man can travel through space. Joanne wanted to be an astronaut.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
No more. When she was a kid.
It's fascinating.
Why, doesn't the government buy other types of cars like Cadillacs and how many cars the government owns? So how many cars did Donald, how many cars, let's see. How many Teslas did the government buy from Tesla? Trump administration says it has no plans to fulfill a 400 million worth of armored Teslas. He's not even giving, he wants a contract where he can make fighting machines, and Trump said no. So now, if Trump was in Tesla's pocket, he would say, oh yeah, 400, take 800.
He's not though.
The Elon salute, I don't know what that is.
Dude, all he did was do this. Like, it's like telling you he loves you.
They have nothing else, so they harp on the salute. You know what
That's
I mean?
the liberals and the Democrats.
They have no other argument
Nope. They're caught.
but to insist that, oh, Elon Musk is a schnazi.
He's not.
All right, Farla. Have a great night. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
I actually made that good.
What?
Ah.
The tripe? Oh, yeah. Perfect. It's not soft. It chews perfect.
No, it's perfect.
It's not like slimy. It's really good. Not slimy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not like the last time.
Like when you chew it, it's got a great texture.
But also the taste, like,
David, what's up? Thank God for President Trump. We need Trump for France. As long as Trump's been running for president, I never heard anybody from another country come into a live stream and say, we need Joe Biden we need Vice President Harris. Never. The only thing I've ever heard was, we need Donald Trump. Like in France, we need Donald Trump.
oh, look at you.
Because the French government is run by the European Union. It's not run by the French. The French
Give me a plate. I'll cut it.
have nothing to do with governing. I mean, you think they voted for Macron? No way. No way. How long has he been? How long has Macron been president?
According to Wikipedia, the current president is Emmanuel Macron, who succeeded Francois Hollande on the 14th of May 2017 following the 2017 presidential election, and was inaugurated for a second term on the 7th of May 2022 following the 2022 presidential election.
So he's been in there, a real liberal, since 2017. What has he done for France? Has he lowered taxes in France? Has he made life better in France? No. People were going crazy. I mean, did he ever once say, oh, we're going to lower your taxes? No. He never said that. He never said, oh, we're going to lower your taxes, France. Americans lower their cholesterol? I got to lower my cholesterol. Wow, this pecorino is delicious. Wow. Pecorino Romano is the bomb. Keeper, you want to eat bullshit? It's not bullshit, man. It's the truth. The European Union loves Macron. Loves him. They hate Donald Trump. Why? Because he's going to cut them off. Why should America give money to the European Union? Would you? If you were the American president, European Union came to you like their official, hey, President Trump, can you give us $500 million to fund the European Union? What would you say? Seriously, if I came to you and I said, hey, can you give me $500 just because? What would you say? No. So the European Union hates Donald Trump because he doesn't want to give them money. That's what it comes down to. Zelensky had to go to Europe to try and get money, right? And they told him no too. Oh, this is good.
It's gonna be good. It's chicken.
Man, the air fryer cooks chicken. Perfect.
Especially thighs. Thighs are
Wow.
delicious.
If you don't have an air fryer, get one. Were you trying to sleep? This is what is it? ASMR? Asthma? I'm trying to sleep. Man, you should put just the perfect enough salt.
Yeah, you don't need more than that.
It's hot. What's up, John, Kerry? Jerry. Local things. What's happening, buddy? Brandon, what's going on? Trump is 78. He's not 80. So you're wrong there. I mean, he's in good shape. He's in great shape. I'm surprised he doesn't like work out.
He does. He golfs every day.
Yeah, but that's not working out.
That's a
I mean,
workout.
like, there's probably like a sick gym at the White House with personal trainers, and they'll like make him look like Jack LaLanne. Remember Jack LaLanne? Who remembers Jack LaLanne? The guy who worked out on the chair.
He's the guru of gyms.
See, Terry loves her air fryer. Stop chewing. Wow, this chicken is amazing. Oh, it's so good. See, this is the thigh, the cheap part, right? Thighs are the cheapest. Oh, so did you hear about the egg crisis? Everybody was up in arms. Oh,
Prices
eggs!
come down.
Eggs! You know why they came down? I read an article. Because people stopped buying them. They were too expensive. So the farmers weren't selling enough eggs, and they lowered the prices. And that's the same with everything. That's what I keep telling people. Stop wasting your money on disposable items like paper towels and stuff like that. The only way the government listens to people is when corporations are not making money. So if you stop buying paper towels at Walmart and they have paper towels they don't know what to do with, they're gonna go to the government. What's going on here? We have paper towels up the wazoo and we can't. What's going on? And then they'll come out with using towels like this is unsanitary. Look at all the bacteria. They'll put it on the microscope because they want you to buy paper towels. It's business. And people buy them. I don't buy paper towels. I don't even buy napkins. Look, this is my napkin. And then once I'm done, I'll just wash it. Jimbo. Yeah, Trump cut them off. Trump defunded the WHO.
He wants nothing to do with them.
I don't want orange. They're not getting
I
paid
don't want to
anymore.
give you any. I want orange.
The WHO is done until the next president, if he comes in, like Joe Biden, Donald Trump defunded the WHO and the Paris Accord Agreement. The world didn't come to an end. There was no outbreaks. And then Joe Biden gave him back all the money that they lost. Back to the UN. He gave them billions and billions of dollars of your money. So they raised your taxes to pay back the World Health Organizations, not even pay them back. I don't even know what you would call it. And give money to the WHO. To do what? Like, what does the WHO do? Donald Trump said, what do? They didn't stop C-19.
Emma, come sit.
Oh, can you pass me the bread?
Which one do you want? The new one?
Yeah. Who took a piece?
Emma, come here. I can't eat that. It's on the seeds.
Well, I figured you had that bread,
That's fine. I had a little piece.
and you know how I like seeds.
I know. That's why I said I'm happy you went to buy bread that you like.
Look at that bread. It looks so good. What are you eating, Emma?
Emma,
Tofu?
come and eat.
What is that, tripe?
No.
Come eat chicken. She'll eat chicken.
I think she had a piece of chicken.
No, she didn't. It's right there. She only made 3. No, she made 4. Whatever. Oh, it's done? That's okay, Emma. Leave him. Come eat. I go get in a minute. It's for my bed. I will make my bed.
I mean, there are certain diseases that you just can't cure it. They've been trying to find cures for certain. It's just never going to happen.
Thank you.
It's like they try to change the weather. Have they succeeded? No. They can't alter the weather. They want you to believe they can, but there's no way. Look at all the tornadoes they just had.
Yeah, come sit. Come eat.
Why don't they
Thank you.
prevent tornadoes? Well, they can't.
Do you want to try this more? You want to try?
I'm good. I eat.
Well, I looked up the study on polio. They vaccinated the whole country for like 1% of the population. And they still do it. So because of like a minuscule amount of people that they say had polio, like FDR, right? You know, what a coincidence. FDR got polio. And then there was like this huge campaign on vaccinating the entire country. On polio, now it's a standard procedure to vaccinate people for polio. What about people all over the country, all over the world? Is everybody there being vaccinated for polio? like in India, in Pakistan, Africa has 1.3 billion people. India has, they say, 1.2 billion people. How many people they got polio? What, are they immune to it? And only Americans get it? And so we all have to be vaccinated here? Vaccinated for it? Right, Joanne?
What? Yeah.
They used to make a good eggs.
Yeah, well, that's tomorrow. You can make that. Did you eat
No,
chicken?
I'm saving my stomach for
There's
corned
a
beef.
piece of chicken right there.
Oh,
Right here.
yes, they have one more. I make
Yeah,
You're not gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat the
Louis.
steak. Think about it.
This is all good. This
Is
all
the whole
sauce.
world? Let me ask the internet. Is the whole world being vaccinated for polio?
No. I don't think so.
This is a joke. While polio cases have been dramatically reduced worldwide through vaccination, that's just a blank statement. How did they vaccinate 1.4 million Africans? How did they even find them? How did they distribute that? The World Health Organization, they're crediting the World Health Organization, states that the disease still exists in more regions, and the goal is to eradicate it globally with ongoing vaccinations. So what's the real goal here? You think they're
Did
vaccinating
you try this? The potato with the tripe?
1.3 million
Little
billion
spicy, but
Chinese
I
or
make
2
it spicy.
billion Asians?
Yeah.
Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Filipino. Can they even make all these vaccines? How long would it take
Put it together.
Oh,
to
good.
make
Yes, I tried.
quality
Yeah, put together.
vaccines
Put in the container
with
together.
enough need? Just look at the logistics behind it. The World Health Organization states that the disease still exists. I could write that. That's like a kid sentence. Not even give credit to the CDC, the Central Disease Control, where the vaccine was made in the United States. They give credit to the World Health Organization, the internet. That's how stupid it is. Why would you give credit? The World Health Organization never made a vaccine. Nothing. They don't do anything. So we got to give them $500, $750 million a year to do studies when you can have universities do the same exact studies. What's the difference? You can get students in college that are studying journalism, and they could do the same thing. That's journalism. Yeah, this is the WHO states. Anybody can really. That's like common sense. They're trying to eradicate it, but they haven't. For what, 70 years? All of a sudden now, when was the World Health Organization established?
April 7th, 1948.
Wow.
Uh,
1948.
72 years.
And what have they done for mankind? Nothing. They don't do anything there. They just get paid. That's all they do is get. Oh, I should have some cheese with this.
Ugh. It's right there.
No,
Sprinkle it on.
the one you slice.
Oh, yeah.
There's no more.
Yeah, it's in there. There's going to be too much then.
There's no more.
No, it's in there. It's in the fridge.
That sauce is delicious.
See? Let me get sauce.
Eri siciliano, che si dice, paesano? Emma ate the chicken?
Yeah.
No.
She didn't eat it yet. She's got hers cooking. I told her to eat the chicken. The chicken's
Guy's
different,
name is Johnny Brooklyn. He doesn't know anything.
he-
Why? Because I'm from Brooklyn? Yeah, actually, I really don't know anything. I mean, what do I know? I'm just going, all I'm doing is going by what facts I have on the internet. So I just read that to you. So the World Health Organization does nothing but do studies on polio, but has not cured it. But yet we're paying them $500 to $750 million a year to do what? Why don't we just give that money to scientists in America? You know, what is it? What do we need to pay the CDC for? What do they do? Whatever the World Health Organization wants? We need a pseudo government like the World Health Organization to tell us how bad polio is? Like, we already know that. That's no secret. We know it already. Where is it? In the drawer?
yeah. I sent them what it is for sale.
Oh.
On a brief shelter in place where they're being.
Aha! Aha!
That's yen.
Oh, is this
Yeah,
some-
jame.
Oh, taro.
Taro root. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Thank you.
This thing.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, that's sauce. You could put it with the other sauce. That's all that's left.
I'm gonna have a cheese pad.
No, that's mine. This is mine because no seeds.
I want fresh bread. I
He
don't want
wants
stale bread.
This one. That's the way he
Oh,
is.
you gotta left me a plate.
Wait, Emma, he needs a plate. You took too many plates. Sorry. She's getting you back. But
Yeah, who's spamming?
she's getting you back for taking the plates.
So did you guys watch my new scrap video on JohnAvanti? I think it was pretty good. Scrap. I made, how much did we make?
This past week, 160, didn't you?
Yeah, $160 with scrap. And I didn't even give them any wire. I have a ton of wire. I got a scrap.
Oh, they did open up the one in Pinebrook, the Wawa in Pinebrook. They opened up. Look at this.
Woman home sold by HOA over a single late payment.
She never got letters about issues.
I wonder how they got away with that.
It was thrown out on the streets. They threw her out.
Did she own it outright?
She knew she missed the payment to her homeowners association, but she didn't expect to lose her house over one late bill.
Oh, HOA. How can you lose your house?
Despite owing $400 in 2020, Sanders said she never received any of the HOA's letters. By 21, a lien was placed on her home. Oh.
How much was the lien?
Sanders' home was sold for only $49,000, but the buyer flipped it for $850,000 just months later.
That's a scam.
She lived in Weddington Hills community in North Carolina, and she owed her HOA $400 in dues. Her HOA said they sent her multiple letters about the issue, but Sanders claims she never got them. ABC local affiliate SOC.
Oh, that's a scam. They should go to jail for
By
that.
February 21, the HOA placed a lien on her property. A month later, she received a letter warning her that her home would be foreclosed on over $1,200 in unpaid fees.
Wow.
It included the $400 missed payment, late fees, collection costs, and legal fees. I thought it was a joke, she said, but the HOA followed through on their promise and sold her 3,300 square foot home. Was sold for just $49,000 in 22.
What?
And to make matters worse, the person who bought her home flipped it for an eye-watering sum. They sold it for $850,000 5 months later.
So where are the lawyers in that?
It's devastating for my children, Sanders, that I don't wish this on anyone. Sanders is now mission to warn other homeowners about the dangers of ignoring HOA letters. This is just the beginning. I want to make sure I educate other people, Sanders said. I want to make sure they know about it. I want them to know their rights. Currently, under North Carolina law, HOAs have the right to place a lien on a property if a homeowner fails to pay dues and fees. If the dues remain unpaid, the HOA can initiate foreclosure proceedings. The law allows them to act in this way to enforce community rules, though many homeowners like Sanders may not fully understand the scope of their rights and responsibilities. If fines are unpaid, the HOA can foreclose, but their goal is usually to
one of the things
not
that
evict the homeowner.
this lady got scammed out of her house, and what they did is the HOA says they filed letters, and then they foreclosed on her HOA for $46,000. Some guy bought the tax lien or the HOA lien, and then sold the house for $800,000. Probably have to renovate. Who knows what the guy did, right? So the guy bought the property for $49,000, and now she's out all the money she invested, maybe in her state, but in New Jersey, Governor Murphy signed the law that if somebody forecloses on your property, whether it's the bank, the township, the state, anybody that you owe money to, and they foreclose on your property, whatever they sell the property for, they're only entitled to what they owed. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, for instance, the guy bought the lien for $49,000, and then he had expenses and interest, whatever. So he comes out and says, "Oh, you owe me $70,000 for whatever, lawyers, whatever it is." But now he wants to sell the house for $800,000. He sells it for $800,000. He's only entitled to $70,000. The rest of the money got to go to the owner because it's technically her house, right? The reason why you do a foreclosure is so you can sell the house and recover your investment. So that's one of the good things that Murphy did, Governor Phil Murphy, in the state of New Jersey. He protected people from theft like this. Because you know who used to do that? Nancy Pelosi's son. He would go into the towns and look up tax records for old people who didn't have a mortgage on their home. And he would just create these fabricated bills and that he did work on the house and all this bullshit. Took him to court without these old people knowing. Won the case and put their house and took their house. Insane. And you'll never hear that on the news. But if Donald Trump's sons did that, that would be all over the news. Oh, they're crooks. They stole properties. They did. But Nancy Pelosi's family, they can get away with anything. Nah, that's insane. So the HOA can foreclose on your house, sell the lien, and then you're not entitled to your house. Even though, let's say you paid $300,000. Well, maybe she owed money on the house, and you had to pay that off.
I don't know. Whatever.
Who knows?
There's no accountability in the structures from
Trump coin. Trump did that stuff in Atlantic City. No, he didn't.
Monetized
In a little stupid home in Atlantic City? Why would he do that? That's chump change. Trump's black credit card is probably in the millions. He's probably got a credit card with like a $10 million credit line. You think he's going to go and take somebody's $80,000 house in Atlantic City? How much do you think houses are worth in Atlantic City? Nothing. Unless they're on the water. Like they have a boat slip or something. Maybe it's worth something, but Atlantic City is very undervaluated property. First of all, it's far. Oh my gosh. From here, it's like 3.5 hour drive. Once you get there, there's nothing in Atlantic City. Nothing. Zero. Except for casinos. You think I'm kidding? Yeah, but Trump never went around stealing people's properties. I doubt it. It would be on the news. They would have looked it up. They went after his Mar-a-Lago property that he said that he overvaluated his property, that the judge deemed that the property is only worth 18 million. When to be a member of Mar-a-Lago, it's $1 million a year. So just the members he has equals into the maybe 20, 30, 50, 70, $150 million a year just for dues. Then you got to spend money. So maybe the judge was jealous that he couldn't afford the $1 million a year in Mar-a-Lago. Right? So why wouldn't they have found out that he conned people out of their homes in Atlantic City? And you know how long ago that was? When was that? That whole Mar-a-Lago thing. And Trump owns 7 resorts. There are 7 Trump golfing resorts with hotels and golf courses, restaurants, all over the place. It's that he just doesn't own Mar-a-Lago. He owns 7 of them. 7 Mar-a-Lagos. So you don't think that he knows his out is worth more than 18 million? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, those lawyers, if anybody believed those lawyers, you're just completely, I don't know what to say. If you really think that Mar-a-Lago is worth less than $18 million, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Yeah, because that's sometimes failure is part of doing business. You know, his casino stood and he bought it and it was old. It was an old piece of shit building. It ran its course and they knocked it down and they built a new building. What do you think? You didn't think he knew what was going to happen? It took that long for them to knock the building down, do the implosion, and then put up another casino. It's all part of doing business.
Uh-huh.
It's all part of doing business.
Tell me something. Is this line correct?
Transport and...
No, I support
Who?
this Sweeney guy who wants to run for...
Oh, Sweeney's a piece of
Wait,
shit.
wait.
He's a jerk.
Wait, look. I support what President Barack Obama and Senator Joe Biden did.
Oh, my gosh.
Both of these presidents who happen to be Democrats deported more people than Donald Trump. No,
Oh,
they
my
didn't.
gosh.
They brought in more people
If
than
this
Donald
guy Sweeney wins, New Jersey's
he
doomed.
won't. He won't.
Doomed.
When I first started
Doomed.
him-
Sweeney, he's the biggest piece of shit. The guy's like 90
None of
years
these
old.
guys are going to fucking win. Go on to the
All they do
Republican
is
one.
attack Donald Trump. They don't go on there and say, hey, I'm going to lower your property taxes. This is how I'm going to do it. No, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. That's what they run on. They just want people who hate Trump enough where they're going to vote for them and pray that there's enough people that hate Trump enough that they're going to vote for them. That's their whole campaign. Not that I'm going to lower your property taxes like this. I'm going to eliminate state taxes this way, and I guarantee you I'm going to do it. And if I don't do it, I'm going to resign. Shit like that. No, let's hate Donald Trump. That's my campaign. Let's hate on Donald Trump. What kind of a campaign is that? I wouldn't vote for Sweeney. He's a fucking, I would tell right to his ugly face, you destroyed this state. You're a fucking loser.
He's
Ah.
not going to win.
Look him up. You know what he said? People are begging to lower property taxes in the state. People can't afford it. Middle class people can't afford these absorbent property taxes. It's fucking sick. And they were saying, put taxes on clothes. Oh, we'll never do that. So we could all foreclose on our houses, lose our homes, but that fucking Sweeney refuses to put tax on clothes. And who does that help? Retailers. Doesn't help the people who live and work in the state. You know, it helps big retailers like the Gap, all these big stores, Macy's, all these big brand shoe stores, Foot Locker, because they don't collect sales tax. So these people are going into these stores, dropping millions of dollars, maybe every day, right? And they don't collect sales tax. Oh, because it's going to hurt the poor guy. That's their excuse. Oh, low-income families are going to suffer because they pay 6.625% on a pair of $300 Nikes? Hello? It's fucking bullshit. Skynet is coming. What's up, David? I'm out of my depth? How do you figure that? So you want to just, these Democrats, all they want to do, they accept the fact that they're being taxed. That the Democrats say that you should accept the fact that you're being taxed. And we're going to tax billionaires, but we're not going to allow foreign companies to be taxed. And the billionaires that own those foreign companies are not going to get taxed. That's their campaign. That's what they tell Democrats. Accept that you are taxed, the citizen. Accept that your property taxes are going to go through the roof. And accept the fact that we're not going to tax foreign companies in foreign countries. We're going to allow them to do business in America for free while you as an American citizen have to pay taxes. That's what a Democrat tells its constituents. And these people follow it. They agree with it. Okay, tax me. I'm a Democrat. I'll do whatever you want. Take my home. Take all my money. Tax the shit out of me. Give it to foreign countries. Yeah. And I'll pay the property taxes. Don't worry. I'll still vote for you. Don't worry. Oh, I'm going to lose my home over property taxes and I lost my job and I can't afford taxes. Don't worry. I'll go rent an apartment somewhere and and I'll still vote for you. That's how Democrats think. That's what Vice President Harris ran on. We're going to tax the rich. Americans. We're going to tax corporations. They deserve to, like all angry, right? She was so fucking pissed. They're going to pay. Americans, not foreigners. Never once did she say, we're going to collect taxes from foreign companies doing business in the United States because we Americans pay taxes. And if you want to work and live and do business in the United States, you got to pay taxes like everybody else. I never heard a Democrat say that once. Can anybody test that a Democrat ever once put the feet to the fire for foreign companies and foreign billionaires that own these companies to pay some kind of tax in the United States? No. Not only that, they give money to them. Take your money and give it to them. So they can come here and buy all our shit. It's fucking absurd through USA. It's absurd. And you people continue to defend these people. I just don't get it. I just don't understand that you can continue, even if they're paying you. How do you continue to defend these people? It's just unheard of. So the American people pay taxes imposed on American corporations. What's the difference? Somebody please explain to me what the difference is between an American corporation, company, LLC paying federal income tax and a foreign company paying import taxes. What's the difference? You don't think American companies don't pass their burden of tax onto the people? You think they just eat it? No. Stop saying that. You sound like a fool. And think, if you keep spamming that, Terry's going to block you or ban you, whatever. That's it. Because I can't see anybody's other comments, but you're spamming. All right? I don't know if Terry's still here. Terry, you still here? Or else I'm gonna have to do it. Because what about taxes that American companies pay, like General Motors, Ford, DuPont, all these big companies that pay taxes? What about them? Don't they pay, doesn't the consumer pay for those taxes as well? What kind of an argument is that?
One thing that I can see about all these big companies.
What is the argument? How can you make an argument like that? It's harder for them to do business because they're paying taxes. Where these foreign companies have no burden of taxation. They don't have a burden of the EPA. They don't have to abide by any rules in the United States. All they got to do is just sell their shit. That's it. Johnny, are you a genius or dumb? I don't know, Henry. That's up to you to decipher. I'm not going to say if I'm either. Right? It's not even. It's a tax. I'm sorry. Stop calling it a tariff. It's an import tax. The synonym for tariff is
It's a
tax.
tax.
That's what it is. It's a fucking tax.
Did they forget the Boston Tea Party?
Right, like everybody else in America pays taxes. We all pay taxes. Don't you understand that? So when you're stating that the American people are going to pay for those taxes, what about the taxes you pay? What about the property taxes you pay? What if you own a company and at the end of the year you got to pay taxes? What's the difference? Aren't you going to pass that expense onto your customers, onto the consumers? That's how business works. You understand? That's how business works. If a landlord has expenses, he tries to pass all his expenses onto the tenant.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just the way it works. That's how business works.
Yeah.
Companies in America don't lose money because of taxes. Stop saying that. Yeah, I'm mistaken about tariffs. You haven't heard a thing, Kevin.
The Boston Tea Party.
You're deaf. You are deaf. Tariffs are taxes. Look it up in the dictionary. The synonym for tariff is tax.
Here. What?
Yeah, they message their friends to come in
is
and break
a
balls.
Tariff.
That's what it is. You don't tax a tariff.
A tariff is a tax imposed by a government on goods imported from another country. And that's what it is.
So it's a tax to doing business in the country you're trying to sell your shit to. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the consumers pay for it. Yes, the consumers pay for it like all the other taxes. We pay for it. Just like if General Motors has to pay federal corporation taxes, they pass it on to the consumer. Uh-oh. They pass it on to the consumer.
You made chocolate chip?
Can I have the big spoon? I don't like this little spoon.
You need a big spoon.
What am I, baby?
Yes. A little piece of the cake.
No cake for you, Joanne.
Yeah, I do.
You were bad today.
No, I wasn't. I got 24 miles on your car. On your truck.
Yeah, my Silverado today got 24 miles per gallon. Thank you, General Motors. Where Toyota, their Tundras, you know why those Tundras and all those big V8 trucks for Toyota used to get all these miles? They never, because nobody goes over 55. Because if you go over 55 miles per hour in one of those Toyotas, you're going to get like 11 miles per gallon. 11 miles per gallon.
That's good.
You'll get it in a full tank like 28 gallons. You're lucky you'll be able to go 300 miles on 28 gallons. Because you're going to get 10, 9, just doing like 80 miles an hour. They were pigs, gas guzzlers. Think, if you continue to spam like that, I'm going to have to time you out or just block you from the live stream. All right?
What was that?
Trump is number one. They don't think. You know what the problem with Fink is? He just hates Donald Trump. He doesn't see the big picture. He just he's programmed to be a Democrat. And he just hates Trump because he beat his party. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Donald Trump won the election, and Fink is the type of guy that he would have rather have USA continue to pay all these NGOs, have bills with 1,500, 2,000 pages in them because they have to justify in those pages that they're paying all these people, right? And at the same time, continue to tax the American people. Continue. Bombardment of taxation. That's what Fink wants. He doesn't want a smaller government. He doesn't want a president that's going to lower taxes, that's going to eliminate corruption. He just wants to, whatever the Democrats do, then he's good with that. They're trying. The Democrats are blocking to do a smaller government. Like he's trying to eliminate the Veterans Administration. And instead of having the bureaucracy of the VA, no, leave it in here. No, just leave it in here. Leave it in here. Leave it in here. No, just leave it in there. Don't seal the bag. It's got to breathe. That's it. That's it. Leave air. It needs air. Don't need air. Then it gets all mushy. So if Donald Trump closes the VA, then the vets are going to get HMOs. That's it. They're going to get an HMO. And the way it works, if you're in the military, unless you're on like a giant base, there may be a hospital. But the rest of the bases, they have, like if you go to Fort Hamilton Army base, there's no hospital there. I mean, there's a VA right down the street, but they should just close that. And when you get out of the military, you have an HMO like everybody else. You can go to your own doctor. You could go to you don't have to go to the VA and depend on them. Wait for days to have an appointment. Get all your medicine from them. You can go to CVS or whatever fucking pharmacy the government has a contract with, like everybody else. Like my company has a contract with a pharmacy, and we go there to get the medicine. Or if you want to go to another pharmacy outside of the plan, you got to pay extra. So the Democrats, instead of like telling the Democrats, no, Donald Trump wants to eliminate the bureaucracy of the VA and give them all HMOs. Not leave them in the street with no health care. That's what the Democrats want you to believe. Oh, we're going to cut cancer research. Oh, Donald Trump, we're going to cut Medicaid. Oh, Donald Trump wants to cut cancer research for children. That's their answer. That's their answer. Even so, like, let's say that, what's the difference between a child having cancer and an adult? Let's say a child has liver cancer. Is that any different than an adult's liver cancer? Or if a child has leukemia, is that any different than an adult? Or an 18-year-old having leukemia? And then, how many people is the government paying to actually do all this research? No one's found a cure for, but all they have is radiation therapy. That's it. Chemo. That's how they cure people. Without chemo, and chemo works. It destroys your body, but it can't kill the cancer. They found out that instead of using radiation, you could use microwaves to kill the cancer. That's all they got. My friend had thyroid cancer, and they cut her throat, and they took all the thyroid out, or whatever that is, right? And then she had to go through chemo. Yeah. And then they had to give her medicine to counter the fact that she doesn't have a thyroid anymore, and now she has to take this thyroid medicine for the rest of her life. She had a big lump on her throat. Yeah. So if they can't cure cancer for adults, how are they gonna cure cancer for children? But so the government's gonna pay billions of dollars to all these research all over the world, right? To do what? How many kids do they even have? Like it's so stupid. All right, that's it. That's what the Democrats do. Instead of saying, yeah, the president wants to, instead of like helping the president, they fucking block him. They make his life more difficult. Like Democrats should be fucking furious that there's USA. Furious that no one besides Donald Trump has addressed USAID and the fraud. No one but Donald Trump has addressed Social Security fraud, Medicaid fraud, and all the fucking fraud. Closing down the Board of Education. Why is the government paying them $275 billion a year? That's fucking insane. Insane amount of money. To do what? How are they educating kids? It makes absolutely no sense. That we have to pay $275 billion to a Board of Education when the state has a board of, every single state in the country has a Board of Education. What's the difference between the federal Board of Education and a state-run Board of Education? Oh, in case that state goes against my rights, they could make changes so they can provide me my rights at a cost of $275 billion. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you sick? To agree that the government pay, when your state pay $275 billion a year, when your state already has a Board of Education, when your township, where you live in the city, has a Board of Education. So basically, if you go to New York City, the federal government has a Board of Education. The state of New York has a Board of Education. Every county in the state of New York has a Board of Education. Now, let's go to New York City. The city of New York, the 5 boroughs have a Board of Education. Every single borough has a Board of Education. Every single school within the city of New York has a principal who's in charge of education. What the hell do you think the principal does? They administer education. Do you know that? And a lot of these principals can't even be fired. They could do whatever the fuck they want. They could be told, use this in that book by the state. Fuck you. I'm using this book. Yeah. How do you think it works? So why would you agree to pay out of your money $275 billion to the U.S. Federal Board of Education? You got to be out of your mind. So Donald Trump wants to end that. But the Democrats fight tooth and nail Because a lot of those jobs in the Board of Education are no-show jobs. Because what are they spending 200? What can you possibly do to change education? How can you change math? Somebody explain it to me. How can you change 1 + 1 = 2? This is a decision the Board of Education made in the federal government. We're gonna stop using cursive writing. So we had to pay the Federal Board of Education $275 billion to tell the rest of the states no more cursive writing. Put that out of your curriculum. Wow. What a great achievement, Federal Board of Education. No more cursive writing. Just put X next to your name. You don't have to write your name in script. Just fucking write your name John Doe. Johnny Brooklyn, NYC, in what do you call that? Regular writing. Just print it. No cursive. Hey. Wow, 207, that was well worth it, right? Wasn't that good money spent? That we spent $275 billion so the federal government can tell all the states to tell the kids, no more cursive for you. Yeah. All you got to do is learn how to print. How about that? Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Right? Wow. I'm so proud of the Board of Education. Jeez. Wow. They spent $275 billion, maybe over 4 years to come up with this idea. No more cursive. Yeah. All right. Democrats. Yeah. I'm going to become a Democrat just for that. Yeah. I want to see what other ingenious ideas the Board of Education can come up with. You know, maybe 1 + 1 can equal 11. Maybe they'll come up with that, right? And they'll come up with a new way of adding numbers. Yeah. How about that? I mean, seriously, how can the Board of Education change how you teach math to kids? I mean, how do kids learn math? 1, 2, 3, or some 0, 1, 2, 3. 1 + 1 is 2. Oh, then they start the times tables. 1 × 1 is 1. Here's a hard one. 1 × 1 × 0 equals, what does that equal? That's a tough one. How can they change that? How can they improve on making a kid think, what is 1 × 1 × 0? We're going to pay the Federal Board of Education $275 billion, right? To come up with a better way of explaining to a kid what 1 × 1 × 0 is equal to and why. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, wow, we're good in America, right? Yeah. Let's keep up the hard work, Board of Education. You can't change fucking math. Math is math. There's nothing you could do to change it. So right there, that's out the window. You can't change fractions. You can't change algebra. You can't change geometry. Whatever these kids learn in high school, you can't never. And if the kid's really smart, you can't change calculus either. You just can't do it. There's no better way of teaching it but the way they've been doing it for the past 100, 200 years. That's why we have that jerk off Albert Einstein, allegedly, right? Didn't he learn math by hand? Wasn't he standing in front of a giant blackboard? And he did everything by hand, all by himself. He's a fucking genius, right? Did we have a Board of Education back then that we were paying $275 billion so Albert Einstein can write these fucking equations on a blackboard 10 times the size of him? Where was the Board of Education for Albert Einstein? All these other mastermind mathematicians that needed the Board of Education to show them how to do math. Nowhere. Nowhere. What do we need the board? How are you going to teach a kid how to read? What is there? Can you literally words? Can you? Can you change the meaning? Well, you can. They have changed the meaning of words. Like gay used to mean happy. Now it means something else, right? Right? If you look up the term happy as a synonym, gay is the last word. It used to be interchangeable, like tariff and tax. Not anymore. Now, gay is considered I don't know, something else. So did the Board of Education do that? You can't change science. You can't change how you tell time. How are you going to teach a kid how to tell time better than the way he's learning now? You're not. Education is already grounded. The only reason why kids in America are stupid, because one, teachers are underpaid, and they get stupid people to teach in schools. Two, the people are underpaid, and they don't give a shit about their jobs. Three, there's so much television, so much alternative entertainment, that kids really can't even pay attention. How are you going to pay attention when you're being bombarded with social problems that we have in America? Like little kids, like they want to have drag queens and all of this shit. That's what they want to fill kids' minds in. And the Board of Education agrees to that. Yeah. They're actually making curriculums like that. We need to teach kids about this and that. No, kids need to learn how to fucking read, write, and do math first. That's the first thing a kid needs to do, is learn how to read, comprehend, and write, so they learn how to speak. Because if you don't know how to read and write and comprehend, you'll never learn how to speak. I mean, some do. I can't do math. No, Milton. 1 and 1 is 11. 2 and 2 is 22. Who knows what the answer is? 1 times 1 times 0 equals what? What's the answer? Come on, smart pantses. What's 1 times 1 times 0 equals what? 1. Joanne says 1. Is she right? 1 times 1 times 0. Joanne, what's 1 times 0?
1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 0 is 0.
Hello?
Hello?
Right, anything times 0 is 0. I don't know who came up with that. I can have like 1 times, anything times, you know why it's 1 times 0 is 0? Because you're not timesing it by anything. 0 is nothing, right? 1 is what do they call that?
It's an infinite number.
No, it's a whole number. 1 is a whole number. Like 2 is a whole number. 0 is not a whole number.
Anything times 0 is 0.
Right, 0 is nothing. Now, our numerical system, the 0 is at 10, but it's not at 0. You know, so like kids learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but they don't learn the value of 0. Because it would be easier. What's the first number in the numerical alphabet? 0. 1. Now you're growing. But if you tell them it's 1, and then you throw 0 in, you're kind of confusing people. Like, people get confused over that. That's a tough question. They do equations like that it all equals out to 0. You can cancel out all that shit, and then boom, it equals to 0 because it is 0. Because a lot of kids are not taught 0. Lynx, boy, you must be a mathematician, my friend. NS says I'm a 0. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here and your support. I can't turn away. This guy is on fire. And I'm dumb. Joanne, everybody thinks I'm dumb. Are you on my live stream? No. Yeah. No, Joanne is watching my. What are you watching, Joanne? The View. She's watching The View.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you got the last person who will watch that.
Zero is not infinity.
I wouldn't watch The View if you paid me.
Zero is not an infinite number because it's zero. An infinite number is a fraction. Like pi. Pi is an infinite number because it's 0.144 infinite. That's not an infinite number. 2 is a positive number. Switch subjugation. Okay, Mark. Well, what would you like to switch it to? When I said pi, you see, I have power. I have power, guys. Don't underestimate my power. Your fucking live feed will freeze up. An infinite in math is a concept, not a number. Well, when you like pi is an infinite number. There's like 0.00 and then eventually it hits zero again, I guess. What do they mean about to infinity? Numbers to infinity. Let's see. What's an infinite number? In mathematics, an infinite number represented by the symbol infinite is a concept that describes something without a limit and or end longer than any finite number, which is a fraction. Fractions, percentages can be infinite numbers. A whole number like 1, 2, 3, 1,000, 3 billion, 1 trillion, that's not an infinite number. That's an exact number. No, zero is not a whole number. Zero is nothing. 1 times 0 equals 0. There's no value to 0. Even though 0 is a value in the numerical world, but it doesn't hold a value like the number 1 or the number gazillion, right? The number gazillion holds a value. Oh, come on, Eminem. I'm getting everybody to love Donald Trump. No, 1 plus 0 equals 1, right? What's 1 times 0? Come on, guys, with FJB, everybody here is starting to like Trump. You guys are coming in and spoiling it. All right, let's look it up. Is 0 a whole number? 0 is considered a whole number. Okay. Whole numbers are a set of non-negative integers, meaning they include 0 and all positive integers. 0 serves as a starting point for counting and including in the set of whole numbers. While 0 is a whole number, it's often not considered a natural number, as natural numbers typically start with 1. So if you have 0.01, is you're identifying the fraction. If you have 0.001 100, what is that? What's 0.001 times 100? Well, I said point. They're saying 001. 0.001 times 100.
0.001 times 100 is 0.1.
0.1, right? Now, if you have 1 0, 0.0 100.
0.01 times 100 is 1.
1, the whole number, right? So the more zeros you add in front of a number, the lower the value is. So in reality, a 0 is not a whole number. They're calling it a whole number, maybe so it doesn't confuse people when it's used, like in 1 times 0 equals 0, because 0 trumps all other numbers in multiplication, right? It'll all equal to 0. You can have this times that times this times that times this times that times this, and it equals 1,000,000 times 0, it equals 0. That's basically what it comes down to. 1 plus 1 does not equal 0, Nick. You're not off topic, just struggling with pre-calculus. Actually, I did pretty good in pre-cal. I got a B+. I remember that. My teacher was very proud of me. He goes, wow, for a guy from Brooklyn, you're pretty smart. I was like, wow, gee fucking thanks for putting down my whole entire borough. Like, where are you from, jerk off? That's what I should have told him. But I didn't want him give me an F. No, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Not 0. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 0 equals 0. Chris Cross, you like my energy? Thank you. These guys are keeping me on my toes. On my toes. Even though I'm sitting down. Oh, they're keeping me on my butt cheek hairs. In Z2? The hell is Z2? Right. I mean, that's what but a whole number has a value. What value does 0 have? None. It has no value. That's why 1 times 0 equals to 0. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. 1 times, meaning 1 time is 1. 1 2 times is 2. 1 9 times is 9, right? But 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Right? Because if you add 0 to 1, you get 1. There's no value. But if you have 1 plus 2, that equals 3. It's basic math. So in reality, 0 has no value. It's a placeholder. That's what I learned. That's what 0 is. It's a placeholder. Now, when you use the number 10, right, it's identifying that now you're in tens. And if you have 100, you're in the hundreds. That's how I used to tell you. 1 0 equals the tens. 2 zeros equals the hundreds. 3 zeros equal the thousands, and so on. Oh my gosh. Nicholas, are you trolling or what? 1 divided by 0. That means 1 divided by 0 is nothing. I think 1 divided by 0 is 0. It's nothing. You can't divide 1 with nothing. Now, if 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, right? Because you're splitting the 1 in half. So it's a half. It's right there. It's a half. 1/2 is a half. If you divide 1 by 100, it's what? 0.0001. 0 is not infinite. It's not a real, you can't count 0. If I said to you, I'm going to pay you $0, what would you tell me? You tell me you're fucking crazy. Zero has no value. If I said to you, I'm going to pay you $25 an hour. Well, okay. That has value, $25 an hour. So if you work 8 hours, you get paid $200. Well, the conversation, right, the live stream is not going to be infinite. Negative plus 5, yeah, okay, 3.8. Well, that's true. You could do that. Trump is good, see? We got smart people in the live stream. Trump is good. He can't stop thinking about infinite. Has got him caught in an infinite loop. Yeah, right? Looping. Computers loop, right? When they try to find the answer. That's what that is. That's looping. Looping. It's thinking. So when you think, you loop. Also, Trump and Elon in Epstein book. Yeah, where's the book? Lunarchs. Where is this book? Loop feedback? Tell us more about computer science now. What would you like to know about computer science? I mean, computers are amazing, though. I mean, this is a computer. This cell phone. This is a computer. Is this a computer? No, this can't compute. This can. This can calculate. It can calculate distance. It can calculate distance because of single strength, with your Wi-Fi. That's why you have 5 bars, 4 bars, 3 bars, because it's calculating the distance that you are from a source of internet connection. So cell phones can actually calculate. Even the first cell phones are probably more reliant on radios, but this is still relying on radio waves. That's what 5G is, just another term for radio wave. So you could say 5R, 5RW, 5 radio wave strength. So they call it 5G, right, meaning gigahertz, but it's still radio wave. Your trolls are weak. Crisscross, Fruity Loopy, Don. Yeah, cell phones are amazing. This can't calculate. I mean, basically the only thing, what'll happen is even the battery, the car may be programmed to recognize the battery strength of this device if it sends a signal to the car telling it that the battery's weak. But usually the battery will just die without any notification. Terry Frank. Oleg Petrenko. What's up, Oleg? This is the smartest guy. Well, thank you, Oleg. I appreciate that. Coming from, are you Russian? Yep, 5G means 5th generation. Thank you. That's the simple terminology. 5th generation of what? Foreskin? I'm 5th generation foreskin. Are you the smartest from Brooklyn? No. Yeah, maybe. What does he have? A brown stain. I do have a stain. Where's my stain? Is that it? I had a huge stain. What the fuck is this guy on about? So this exists? Yeah, this is existing there, Mr. He's an idiot, I swear. Really? You swear about that? Okay. But I guarantee you nobody in this live stream will disagree with you. So you don't even have to swear. How would you fix education in America? I would just end high schools, for one thing. Because just close them down. Let the kids, if you want to learn and you want to be smart, learn on a computer. They have online education already. They have homeschooling. And kids log onto a computer and graduate high school from it. They did it during C-19, right? The kids weren't allowed to go to school for almost a year and a half. Schools were all closed. And what did the kids do? From kindergarten all the way to high school, college, Harvard, you're paying all that money, you gotta stay home on your fucking computer, right? So what's so bad about it now? Why is this such a problem? That at least high school... What, Joanne?
Because the Democrats created a world of...
Yeah, because they want you to go to school to charge you money. It's stupid. High schools should be closed, in my opinion. X, right, equals 1.
I hate algebra. Letters should never be multiplied.
Oh, Joanne, everybody wants to see you.
Algebra sucks.
Joanne is ironing my clothes right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm making my
Stop
own
lying. You're ironing my clothes and
bed.
don't...
I'm making my bed because I washed my...
No, she's not.
and my blanket.
And don't burn any more of my shirts.
I don't burn shirts. I iron shirts.
Yeah, well, hello, get ironing my shirts. I have an ironing board and an iron.
I've had many years of practice.
And you keep ruining my collars.
Never. Not me.
She's ironing my shirts, I'm serious. Kyle Trees, you're about to give her points? What kind of points? Starbucks points? Are you allowed to give somebody else your Starbucks points? That would be cool. Imagine that. I'm going to recommend that to Starbucks. Why can't I give my points to someone as a birthday gift? Let's say I want to buy somebody a coffee and they have the app. Why can't I transfer points to them? That would be fucking cool. That would be fun. I think more people would use the app. Because let's say I'm going to buy you a coffee. Get it whenever you want. Here are the points. Walk in Starbucks. Can you use my points, please? I think now it's 100 points for a cup of coffee. It used to be 50. Those were the good old days. 50 points for any size coffee or tea. I think was it even with cold coffee? Can you get an iced coffee with points? That's a good point. Thank you, Crisscross. Tell Joanne, make me a... Joanne, Don Myers wants a sandwich.
Okay.
What do you
Come
want?
see me.
Don, what do you want? Mortadell?
Come see
Super
me.
Sad? Gabagool? And provolone? Yeah, Joanne. Hello.
I got that at work.
Yeah, at work. Bring me some... every time, instead of saying goodbye, I say mortadell. You think she brings mortadell home? No.
You got mortadella.
So instead of saying goodbye, Joanne, have a nice mortadell. Nah, I don't think so. Where's the mortadell?
In the refrigerator.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
It is not.
It is. I
Lem-
bought it the other day. It's great.
Let me see.
It's in there. But it's sliced nice and thin.
Oh my gosh.
You think I'm lying?
I'm going to show these guys real Italian. Real Italian. All right, she wasn't lying. Here's the mortadell. I'm going to show you guys. Where's the lemon? I'm going to show you guys how Sicilians in Sicily eat mortadell. And this is how you should eat it today. I'm not going to make a huge sandwich. I had a big dinner. So you take a piece of bread. That's plenty, right? Open it up. take out your mortadella. This is pretty good mortadella. I mean, it's not real Italian. It's more like Americanized, right? They don't give you a lot of mortadella. Just take like 3 slices, right? And don't lay it flat. You gotta fluff it. Right? So you open it and then you fluff it. Like that, see? You fluff it. You should fluff all, no cheese. You should fluff all your cold cuts. Like that, see? Then you have the other side of the bread and you take a little olive oil. You just put a little. I hope this is olive oil. Right? And then you put lemon. Yes. No mayonnaise. No ketchup. No salami. Lemon. This is how Italians eat mortadella. Real Italians. And you go to Sicily, they fucking put lemon on almost everything they can. You can't put it on salami, but yeah. That's how you eat it. With lemon. Right, Joanne?
What?
Mmm.
I wasn't listening, I'm sorry.
In Sicily, they put lemon
Yes.
on the mortadella.
Yes, they do.
It's so good. And this bread is pretty good. I got it from a good Italian place. Yeah. Now, if you want more lemon, you put more lemon. I tell you mortadella. Some place they give you like 3 slices of mortadella and a fucking piece of bread like this. Yeah. What? Third monkey, Italians don't claim me? Well, not I'm 100% Italian. So go out. Not tomorrow, St. Patty's Day. Tomorrow you eat corned beef and cabbage. Go buy good Italian bread, not Walmart bread. Get yourself a nice lemon. And get really good olive oil. Bro. So you need. Mussolini. He like mortadella. Mortadella is delicious. The real mortadella has pepper, corn, and pistachio. They put this doesn't have. This only has the fat. It has pig fat, peppercorn, and pistachio. And maybe like somebody may put something else, depends on where it is. Well, that's us as soon as they eat mortadella. I watched Sopranos. Bro, the Sopranos would never put this on TV because they don't even fucking know. They don't know this shit. Who's Sicilian here that can contest to what I just said? That's go to Sicily, walk in a deli, a salumeria, and you tell them, I want mortadella, and the guy will oil it, and lemon it. Yeah. If he thinks you're like a real American, he may throw some mayonnaise on it. I mean, you could technically do that too, like put the lemon in the mayo. That's pretty good. I've done that. I lemonized the mayonnaise and made tuna fish. That's fucking delicious. What's up, Jesse? Milton Mucas. All the Italian I know say mortadella is not mortadella. Well, I'm just trying to say it in American, but I know it's mortadella. Mozzarella. Prosciutto. Suprasata. Anything else you like to know, genius? I know how to say it, but the majority of people here don't know what it means. But that's the best way of eating, and you'll get hooked on. You know what another thing is that Sicilians eat? Maybe even all the times, oil and vinegar sandwich. It's fucking good. What? All you gotta do is get a very good Italian loaf of bread. Cut yourself a piece like that. Oil, red wine, quality vinegar. You know. And put pepper and Parmesan cheese or pecorino. Bang it. That's just, it's very good. Oh my God. All they do is fucking fight. And vinegar, yeah, oil and vinegar with pepper and pecorino or whatever Parmesan cheese you have. Not too much, but it's really. Or you can leave the cheese out too, but it's good. That's poor people in Sicily and Italy eat that. That's what you. If you have no money, that's what you eat: oil and vinegar sandwiches. I'm serious.
That's not good. Give me his brother's number right now. Well, he does stop because he's gonna get arrested.
Oh my God.
They forget that there's a camera there.
A tier 1 melt? Really? What does that even mean?
Well, let me tell you.
Come on, guys. Let's get some thumbs ups going. I showed you how to make an authentic mortadella sandwich, and no one's giving a thumbs up. Bro, I just gave you the recipe, a secret recipe. I just gave you guys a secret recipe, and you're going to thank me for the rest of your life. Jose Masha says I'm a ghetto Italian. Yeah. Actually, from Sicily, we were from the ghetto. From the fucking ghetto, man. I remember as a kid, rats like this. Earthquakes. Secret heart disease? Nah, you ain't gonna get heart disease from eating mortadella and lemon and olive oil. Olive oil is the best thing. You should eat a tablespoon of olive oil in the morning. Fuck having a donut. Never had one. Why should I give you a heart? I think the largest problem with our foreign relations is that other countries have forgotten the respect they have to give the U.S. because... Very true. Very true. But American people are the nicest people in the world. Then we let everybody in. We treat everybody equally. You know what I mean? And the foreigners are the ones that are ruining America. And that's the truth. They come in here. Yeah, foreigners come here and they don't want to integrate. Or they don't want to leave other people alone, right? They want to force people into their own ideology or abuse Americans for their goodness. What would Elon do? The world laughs at American lately. Third monkey, why does the world laugh at America? Alexander D'Antonio. No Irish. The Irish and the Italians built America. Built it. Who do you think built the White House? Italians. Italians are marble masters. We mastered marble. How to cut it, how to transport it, how to shape it. Are you kidding me? Look, go to any museum in Italy. There's fucking marble statues everywhere. The David is an Italian art. Who sculpted the David? Right? Who taught everyone how to sculpt? Italians. The greatest painters in the world are Italians. The greatest cooks are Italians. The greatest doctors are Italians. Should I go on and on and on? Right, pizza. If you don't get pizza from an Italian, it's garbage. I like sometimes I call pizzerias. I tell them, are you Italian? I swear to God. Are you Italian? Yeah, talk to me in Italian. Trump is good for America. Yes, he is. Facts. Bobby Lee disagrees with me. Well, tell me why. Italian pie is the best. Some people call it pie. All right, I would say that. Because they call it pie because there's different types of pizza in Italy. There's not only round and square, but there's pie. Like, it's just different. Like, if you go to Rome, you go to Milano, you go to here and there, they all make it, like, different. Like, Sicilian pizza is not really sauce and cheese. It's called sfincione. So they take, like, the Sicilian crust, but they put breadcrumbs, and they could put capers and a leech. They toast the breadcrumb. They put olive oil. It's really good. And then when it came to America, they put the cheese and the sauce on it. But I think the round is allegedly Napolitan, pizza from Naples, which is delicious. I love it. Saint O'Neill breaking in to complain about not wanting to leave. Who? Trump is King God? Wow. That's some title. Why does the David statue have such a tiny wiener? I don't know. Maybe that was Michelangelo's preference. Or maybe he had so many that the majority of men had tiny wieners. And it's uncircumcised. Let's look that up. Is the statue of David uncircumcised? Is the statue of David uncircumcised? Yes, Michelangelo's statue depicts him. You know why he's uncircumcised? Because the Catholic Church paid him to do that. You understand? Because the rite of passage is no longer circumcision. It's baptism. So they wanted Christian men to look at the David and see a man, even women. Don't forget, even women, to see an uncircumcised man. Do you agree with that? That's why Michelangelo sculpted an Adonis man with an uncircumcised penis, because the rite of passage is baptism, not circumcision. This is lame. This is why we listen to Alex Jones. Oh, I can't stand Alex Jones. I cannot stand his voice. Like, what the fuck are you? How do you can't understand a word he's saying? He actually got better. It's not the point of you looking at it. People don't realize what they're looking at. You see, when people, I mean, I saw the Michelangelo live, right? Isn't it? I think it's at the Louvre, right? Or is it? Where is the Michelangelo depict? No. Oh, it's in Florence. Florence. That's where I went to Florence. That's where I saw it. I saw the Mona Lisa at the Louvre. The reason why he made that statue is to show women an uncircumcised penis. Do you understand that? That's what that whole statue is about. Circumcision. The whole world's gonna be gay. I'm gay. Are you guys gay? I'm gay all the time. I'm always gay. I'm probably the gayest guy here. Can't they look at their husbands? That's not the point. The point is that it depicts an uncircumcised man. They couldn't just put a wiener there and just have an uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying? So they made, wow, look at Michael, he's gorgeous, and he's uncircumcised. Do you understand the concept behind it? It was erected for women. It's not. It has nothing to do with male masculinity, and it also tells men, you shouldn't be circumcised. You should be uncircumcised. It's all about the circumcision. Yeah. Yeah. Who gets circumcised? So when a woman meets a man that's circumcised, she may be revolted from it. That's the point. So women stay with Christian men that Christians shouldn't be circumcised. Because you're creating the image of God and you're mutilating yourself, or you're allowing someone else to mutilate you, which is against the Bible. Think about it. Whatever. You think women didn't know? Well, that's the only reason why I could think of why they erected that. What was the point of erecting that statue? A naked man with an uncircumcised penis. Now, the penis isn't this giant, it's subtle. And you have to understand what's behind the statue. They didn't just make I'm going to go and carve out a naked man. No. There's a meaning behind that, and it's all about circumcision. And it's probably, if you look at it, you'll see it, right? I mean, hello? Evelyn, what are you talking about? Everybody has rights in this country. What country are you talking about, Evelyn? If you keep spamming, Evelyn, I'm going to have to stop you from spamming. All right? So please stop spamming. All right? It's people here don't appreciate it. We already went through 2 spammers and it didn't go well for them. All right? So if you spam again, you won't spam again. Thank you. West C. Eddie, Trump blows. Yeah, he blows. Is he a blowhard? You know, one time I went into a bar and they had like a dancer. She goes, "Hey, you want a blow job?" I go, "Yeah." She comes over. She goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Bossy OSHA, I'm a joke. The joke's on you. That wasn't funny? I thought it was. Then she goes, "You want some head?" What do you think she did? She goes, "You want some head?" You know what she did? She headbutted me. She goes, "Pow!" I was like, "Oh." She was like, we were kids, like 17. And you were allowed in bars, right? They didn't say shit to us. And she was like an old lady. She was pissed that we know that, oh, look at that old lady. We are at the calm before the storm. What's going to happen, Joe Shabadu? Trump is going to bankrupt you. Really? By cutting my taxes? All right. If you say so. Yeah, laugh, because you know it's not true. What do you care about stock? Are you in the stock market? Who do you know that's like a big player in the stock market? So when the stock market crashes, how does it affect you personally? Does it? No. So when the stock market crashes, it's just a bunch of pricks who lost money in the stock market and bitch about the stock market crashed. I lost my money. Tesla's down to $43 a share. I paid over $1,000 for it. I'm fucked. Yeah. Bankhead, if you keep spamming, I'm going to have to take care of your spamming. And don't ask stupid questions, okay? Everybody's here is having a good time, telling funny jokes, making smart comments. We don't need people to just to type. Okay, that's it. You want to say good night? Good night. Good night. Go have fun someplace else, right? You could have a good time here, right? You could read everybody's comments, but now go watch television. Go watch men running around on a basketball court, tapping each other in the ass in little tight shorts and little t-shirts, sweating on each other. Yeah, that's what you want to watch. Go watch MMA. Yeah. Go watch guys in tight spandex 69 in each other in the octagon. Am I a veteran? Yes. Well, I'm not considered a total veteran, but I was in the military. I was in the National Guard for 13 years. So I didn't receive veteran status. You miss Sleepy Joe's memes? Oh, okay. The end of the world is really. How many times have I heard that? How many times have people here heard the end of the world is coming? How many times? RuPaul is hilarious? Yeah, I mean, I don't think RuPaul is funny at all, to be honest with you. RuPaul is not funny. RuPaul is interesting. It's the oddball. You know what I'm saying? It's the 8-ball. It's the oddball. Mental health is, of course, mental health is real. There's a lot of people in this chat right now that have mental problems. I'm not about to retire. You mean go to sleep? I think Emma went to sleep. Eric the Great. Area 51 is an old silver mine that hit. Oh, no. Bro, Russia dug a hole so fucking deep, and China's digging a hole right now. that they passed the Russian hole, and they got to stop because they can't even go deeper. They don't have any equipment to go deeper than what they are. You can't say RuPaul, he is a... What did I say about RuPaul? I said he's just interesting. I said he's not funny. He's just interesting. Because people are... When you see people like RuPaul, you're like, wow. That's what... You know what I'm saying? That's what that is? Wow. That's wild how that... What that guy represents. That's why people watch it, because they're in awe. What do you think that is? They're in awe. The people are like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. I'm a hero? Well, I never been to war. You know, I mean, I went to basic training, I went to infantry school, I went to here, I went to there, but I just went 1 weekend a month. That's it. And when I first joined, I joined the Army Reserves. And I did that for 4 years. And then after that, I joined the New York National Guard, and I was in Staten Island. And then when I moved to Jersey, I joined the New Jersey National Guard. Don Myers, make a bowl of cereal? Bro, I am full. Full. After that mortadella sandwich with lemon and olive oil, you know, I should have put a little pepper on it and a little bit of salt. I always wondered if the fault lines would break. It could happen. I mean, they said that the continental rift is breaking in Africa. Humanity and the planet have no representative. True. The planet's going to do whatever the fuck it wants, and man can't do shit about it. That's it. Science wants to pretend they can do things about science or make recommendations, but there's nothing nobody can do. A little tiny car or millions of cars is not going to change the climate. Even during the Industrial Revolution, when they were burning coal and all the fires and all the wars didn't change the climate. Think about it. During the Industrial Revolution, they were burning whatever they could throw in those furnaces. Anything. Even people. They were burning fucking anything they could. The soot that was probably coming out, and everybody's still here. Humanity wasn't killed off. We're still here. Show us your head, broski. Oh, you watch that guy, the plumber, on Facebook and TikTok? I don't know if he's on TikTok. Yeah, I know he's on Instagram. He's a good plumber. It's just stupid how New York continues to force these plumbers to use the black pipe. It's fucking idiotic. So these plumbers got to go out, buy these thin, lightweight black pipe and couple it with a rubber coupling. How fucking stupid is that? Why? Because of fires in the basement? Like, what's going to happen if in one room the pipe melts? Why don't just put 5/8 in sheetrock? It's absurd. Instead of using PVC, the good shit, right? Because they have good quality. Like the PVC you buy in the Home Depot is poor quality PVC, right? When you go to a plumbing supply, you can order high quality PVC. I mean, this shit will last forever. You know, like the shit you buy in the Home Depot could crack, and it's garbage, right? That's why you don't want to put like really Home Depot PVC behind the wall. I mean, if you put it in your basement, then you could easily change the stack, or it's shit you could see. Because Home Depot PVC is just cheap shit. But if you go to plumbing supply, you can buy top grade PVC. I'm sure you could go to some plumbing supplies. You buy Home Depot grade, but a good plumber knows where to get the good material. That's why you pay extra at a plumbing supply, because you're buying the good stuff. Well, Home Depot, I mean, yeah, it's a good company. It's not a great company. There's no union. There's no pension. Those people lucky they got fucking. It's technically like a dead end job. You know what I mean? Most people that work there that are older are retired. Cops, old men, retired. So they got nothing to do. So let me go get a job at the Home Depot. They don't need health care. They don't need a pension. So they just go there and fucking people come to, hey, Mister, what PVC? How do I vent? How do I vent the line? How do I do this? What tool do I need? And they talk to people. They help people out. You know, when the Home Depot first opened up, man, they had real good professionals working in the plumbing, electrical, millwork, lumber. I mean, paint. They had. Now they hire anybody. They put guys in there. I don't know. They don't know shit. Like, if you went in the Home Depot and you said to them, I need a 4-inch nipple and I want to connect a copper water line to it to fill my water tank, right? My hot water tank, right? My water heater. So now some guy in the Home Depot will give you a galvanized nipple. They will. Right or wrong. You cannot mix non-ferrous metals with ferrous metals. Meaning that you can't mix copper with galvanized. I mean, they have, like, if you buy a water heater, they have galvanized nipples that's coated. Technically, it's still ferrous, but it's coated. Ferrous meaning that it's magnetic, right? Copper's non-magnetic. But if you went to a plumbing supply, I know for a fact, Home Depot doesn't even have 4-inch nipples. If you go to a plumbing supply, they will give you a 4 or 5-inch fucking brass nipple to connect to copper, because brass is copper in it. Johnny loves playing in the pool. Yeah, everybody likes taking a shit. No? You don't like that, Don? I took a mean shit today. When I got into it, I was like, ah. It was the best feeling in the world. For that moment, you mean this, well, you call them ferrous and non-ferrous. Copper and brass, stainless steel, aluminum, silver, and non-ferrous metals. They're non-magnetic. Steel, tin, galvanized is a ferrous metal. That means it's magnetic. So over time, it'll take a long time, but over time, the galvanized nipple will deteriorate and you'll have a leak. You'll have a leak. Do you? Yeah, no, I have an annuity. I don't have a 401k. It's MAGA, not MIGA. What an ass. H hater, N hater. N meaning notorious hater. You're a notorious hater. Hey, hi from India. What's up, Paradise? Eric the Great. I am the only one concerned that Charles Manson, the Scorpio boy, was raised by religious people. I think Charles Manson was religious at one time. The Abyss is learning. Good for you. See, that's why I want to teach you people. I want to learn you people. I want you people to learn. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada means village. So you're saying, oh, village. That's what it means. Here, I'll look it up. That's the dumbest. How do you name your country like that? What does Canada mean?
According to Wikipedia, Canada is a country in North America.
Who named Canada? Yeah, it means Kanata. From the Iroquoian village. Means village or settlement. So Canadians live in settlement. Like, what the fuck? Kanata. Village. Yeah, village. Kanata? Huh? Hey, where's Montreal? Kanata. Oh, village. Okay. I mean, what did they call it? Great Montreal. That would have been nice, right? Great Quebec. That country. That would have sounded much better. New Quebec. They call it country, Quebec. New Montreal, whatever. Not village. Imagine living in a country called settlement or village. Where do you live? I live in village. I live in settlement. What does it say on your passport? I'm from settlement. I'm from village. So basically all Canadians are the village people. Is that true? Any Canadians here? So from now on, the Canadians are the actual village, the first village people. So the village people, the band, was stolen from Canadians because they're the original village people. Did you know the lead guy in the village people, the black guy, wasn't the happy guy? He actually had 4 kids. YMCA, go Trump. Productions, you're smart. Nothing is priceless. True. Except zero. Do you also make fun of Canadians that died defending America? No, because if they didn't defend America, they would have lost Canada too. Who's going to defend Canada if America is defenseless? Canada needs America more than we need Canada. I mean, I don't see why people doesn't understand that. If the United States lost World War II and we would have became whatever, Canada would have done this, would have fell right in place, right? And probably they would have took Canada over. You think they would have been all woke? Okay, Canada, yeah, we'll be nice to you. Don't worry, you can sell your goods in America for free. We won't charge you. We'll charge the American people for the loss of taxes that we incur for letting Canada, the village people, import their goods for free. That's what I'm going to start calling them now, the village people. You're not Canadians, you're village people. You're the village people. True. That's what Canada means, village. So I'm going to translate into American and say you, instead of being called, or maybe villagers. You guys are the villagers. No? Boring contradictions? What are you talking about? Trump is a fine. I believe so, crankbait. Oh, you go fishing? They're starting to catch striped bass. Who knows? They post these things as striped bass. I don't know if it's true or not. You want it, then go take it, old man. Take what, Alexander? Take what? What are you talking about? I saw my night salamander, the village. Yeah, so basically Canadians are villagers because Canada means village. So you guys are a bunch of villagers. It's true, Alexander. Canada means village or settlement. So I'm going to go with villagers. Or how can you say settlementers? Settlementies? No, villagers is good. What language? In Indian, like a Canadian Indian type of, named it, said village, called it village. So the actual term was Kanata. I just read it, Kanata, with a K, K-N-A-T-A, Kanata. That would have been nicer. The country of Kanata. Yeah, that would have been cool, man. Kanata. 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 Canada. 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 Villagers. Villagers. I live in the village. I live in the village. I live in the village. Prince Ali, you're in Florida? Nice. Lucky you. What's the weather there? New York City spent $4 billion taxpayer money on migrants, then raised MTA fares and implemented. Well, congestion toll pricing makes a lot of sense. And hater, natural hater, or neutral hater, negative hater, notorious. I like notorious hater. I like that. So notorious hater. Let me explain to you why. I've already done this. I made videos about this. I think it's on this channel, or maybe my JohnAvanti channel. First of all, if anybody ever complains about paying $9 to go into Manhattan, it's totally, you're fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Do you know the historical value of Manhattan? Just being in Manhattan, you're in history. Manhattan itself is a museum. Bro, if you haven't been to Manhattan, the whole city's a museum. The architecture, the old, the new, the city, the parks, the buildings, the culture, the museums, the waterfronts is surrounded by two rivers, the East River and the Hudson River. Bridges everywhere. There's 740 bridges in Manhattan, the city of New York, in the 5 boroughs. 740. To go over the Brooklyn Bridge, it's free. You can walk over it. You could take the train over it. You could drive over it. The Manhattan Bridge is free too. You can take the train over it. No, the Brooklyn Bridge, there's no train. The Manhattan Bridge, you could take the train. You can walk over it. You can bike over it. You can bike over the Brooklyn Bridge too. You can drive over it. The Williamsburg Bridge, wow, same thing. Walk, take a train, and drive. The 59th Street Bridge, the Major Deegan Bridge, the Kosciuszko Bridge, free. Can anybody name any more bridges that they drove over for free in New York? Please, help me out. So you don't want to pay $9 to spend a day in probably the greatest city in the world. Unfortunately, it's run by idiot Democrats. But in reality, New York City, all they had to do was to avoid all the backlash of putting on congestion pricing, and Donald Trump is against it. I mean, if I would tell him the same thing. I says, bro, you're from New York. You don't know that New York City has 740 bridges? And they're all free? There's just a couple of bridges that you got to pay. There's not that many. And the Brooklyn Bridge is a historical landmark. John Roebling invented the wire rope, leading the way for the suspension bridge marvels that we see now, all of the Verrazano Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, these new bridges like the Kosciuszko Bridge. None of these bridges all over the world would be possible without the Brooklyn Bridge, with this historical invention of the wire rope by John Roebling. Think about it. So you're going to complain about paying $9 to go in a city where you can pay $9, park your car for free. There is free parking in the city. You just have to find it. I find it. And walk everywhere. Take the subway. You could take the subway, I think, when you come out of Pacific Street. No, 36th Street. Now you go on the L. You could sit there and see all of Brooklyn. It'll take you to Coney Island. All the way to Coney Island. On a train. Where else can you do that? And at Coney Island, you can go to the beach. You can get a Nathan's Coney Island hot dog. You can ride the Cyclone. You can go on the parachute jump. I'm not sure if that's still open. You can go to the New York Aquarium. Hello? Who in their right mind is going to complain about paying $9 to go into the city? Don't go. That's all I can tell you. Don't fucking go. Stay home. Stay in your backyard. That's it. Throw fucking glasses of water in your face when you feel hot. $9 is cheap. You know what I say that New York City was stupid? They should have just put easy pass tolls on all the bridges. The Kosciuszko. The Kosciuszko gets thousands. I mean, I can't explain to you. It's fucking, I think it's 12 lanes. They built 2 bridges to replace one little shit garbage bridge. Right? Look it up. It's free. It's fucking free to go over that. So they should just put easy pass on all those bridges and get rid of congestion pricing. That's it. So now if you're in Brooklyn and you want to go into Manhattan and you're bitching about paying $9, now you're going to have to pay to go over the Manhattan Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge or the Battery Tunnel. You got to pay. There's no other way into, well, if you drive into Queens, then the Bell Parkway, you can technically, there's a small bridge. I don't know what bridge that is, that takes you from the BQE when you come over the Kosciuszko Bridge, and there's a little bridge that you can skate into Manhattan. But it's not too many people know about it. They should put a toll on that too. Put a toll on the 59th Street Bridge, the Mayor Koch Bridge. Fuck Mayor Koch. All the bridges, $15 a pop. So, or just make them all $7, $7.50 one way. And this way you can't complain, because all the bridges are tolled. The Verrazano Bridge, the Gatos Bridge, the George Washington Bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel, the Holland Tunnel. There's numerous bridges that are tolled, even in Brooklyn. And other parts in the city, right? The Queens Midtown Tunnel, you got to pay for that. That's what they should have done. And if you don't have Easy Pass, you pay in the mail. They send you the bill in the mail. That's all. They would have made a billion times more money. So I say to myself, why wouldn't they just put tolls on all the passes going into and out of the city? I mean, they could have did the same thing. Once you pay for one bridge going in the city, if you're a taxi, then you just pay one time, or you pay by the bridge. The customer's paying for it anyway, because that's how they do it. If you're a taxi and you go into the congestion zone and you get charged the $9, then you just pay, it's 24 hours. But I think if you leave the city for an extended period of time, when you come back in, you got to pay it again or something like that. It's crazy. So now stupid Governor Murphy of New Jersey hired a law team for who knows how much they're paying them to fight the city of New York over them imposing a toll in their own city. And you're what do you care? Like, shouldn't you be concerned with lowering my property taxes? instead of New York. What do you care what New York does? New York has never came to Jersey and says, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you can't charge $2.75 to go over the Raritan Bridge and the Toms River toll, and then charge 87 cents when you get off some places on the Parkway, or pay like $9 to go from exit 16 to exit 1 on the New Jersey Turnpike. New York's never complained about that. They never said anything about that. Why would Governor Murphy go after the state of New York or the city of New York? It's just stupid, if you ask me. Hey, New York is an expensive place. Don't forget, they have to remove snow. They have to fix all the roads. You know what kind of fucking construction infrastructure the city of New York has to do? You know what it costs to maintain that city? There's thousands, and they actually did reduce congestion. Like, I drove into the city, I sold, the fuck did I sell? What did I sell? I don't know, I sold something and they paid me like $30, $40 to deliver it to the city. I forgot what it was. There was no traffic. I was shocked. I did a video on it. And I show it. I'm driving from Jersey through the Holland Tunnel and I just breeze right through like nothing. That's when it just first started. I'm in New York, no traffic. Then I called my friend. My friend lives in Manhattan, uptown. I says, I'll come pick you up. Phew. Breezed right through. What's up, Raj from India? China does things better? I'm sure they do. China has Chinese people. You understand? The people in China are all Chinese in the government. There's no really opposition. They're all basically on the same page, technically. In their minds, they're all related, in a way. They're all Chinese. They all speak the same language. They all basically like the same food. They basically all believe in the same religion. They all went to the same schools. They probably all know each other, families, and this. Instead of America, it's not like that. We have dual citizens that run our country. We have dual citizens in the cabinet. We have people with 3 citizenships that are in our government. We don't have loyalty. We don't have what China has or Japan. We don't have that. We have multiculturalism. So it's harder for America to get shit done, to make things beautiful. Because people who come here, once they hear, they hate America. It's fucking crazy. It's absurd. They want to rob it. They want to hurt it. They want to bring it down because they're jealous. They have no love. Like when my family came to America, man, we were Americans immediately. We loved being here. We never said, fuck America, fuck down with America, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. No. Let's learn how to speak English. Let's learn American. Let's fucking, let's help out. Not these people coming in. They're all dual citizens. They have loyalty to other countries. Fuck America. We want to change America. We want to change the law. I never heard anybody, my family says, we want to change the Constitution. Never. Oh, let's send money to this country, the country that they're from. That's what the politicians do. They're dual citizens. Learn American. Yeah, I speak American, yeah. You don't like it? You don't like that I speak American? Well, too bad. I do. I don't speak English. I'm in America, so I speak American. I'm sorry. My language is American. If you don't like it, take a walk. You know you know what a long path is to the short pier? Take that one. Mr. V. Rose, Dua Lipa. I'm Asian and I do crime. You do crime? What do you do? Like pass gas in front of people? What kind of crime do you do? That's probably what you probably walk up to people and pass gas. Asians in general. It's true. When you go to the Philippines, everybody's Filipino. Except for the one group of people that, want to change everybody. When you go to Japan, everybody's fucking Japanese. They're all in the same, they all look alike. They're all on the same page. They all like the same food. When you go to Korea, North Korea, South Korea, they're all Koreans. There's no multiculturalism there. It's forced upon us. It was forced upon the Europeans by these idiots. Whoever the fuck did the United Nations, I don't know, the European Union, through the United Nations, Darkhead, you like, oh my gosh, she's back. Man. All right, Darkhead. I don't know why you like spamming. Everybody's having a good, well, you can't hear me now anyway, so fuck them. I gave you a like anyway. You're not out here doing your thing. What? Well, thanks for the like. That's why it works. 59 likes, 165. I should at least have 100. Come on, guys. Come on, bring it up to 100. I'm getting a sore throat. Trump likes Adderall. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like Adderall here? Raise your hand. You voted for Michelle Obama? What world were you in? Why, thank you, Mr. Ballard. I love you too, my friend. Am I retired? Unfortunately, no. Maria Cook. Hello, Maria. Hello. You like my new glasses? These actually are my new glasses. Give this man a thank you, Mr. Rose. I appreciate that. Reclusearch. You put Trump in your topic of the people here are just here to try to silence your chat. Yes. Well, it's not working, Joris. It does. Spamming doesn't work because I could just time you out or ban you from the channel altogether. I mean, there's no point in spamming. Uh-oh, here we go again. Evelyn D. What does that even mean? Rights. What does that mean? What rights don't they have? Why don't you start there? Shoe Bob? The hell, what is that? Shoe Bob? What West trans rights do you what trans? What rights don't they have? I mean, that's what I want to know. Where is this happening? Where? Why should I look it up? Why don't you just tell us? It's happening here. Why do we look it up? Look what up? I don't want that in my feed anyway. I don't want that in my cache on my phone. It's real. Where, Evelyn? Where? Underwear, Evelyn. They can't be themselves. Where can't they be them? And not in America. America, people could dress any way they want. They could say whoever they want. There's no laws against it. 600 anti-trans bills passed. Like what? You mean like men can't compete in women's sports? Is that... Can you say that about my body, my choice? What does that mean? My body, my choice means a woman's body, correct? Isn't that what that jingle, right? Isn't that a jingle? My body, my choice. My body, my choice. Yay. My body, my choice, right? That's a woman's jingle. Yes or no, Evelyn? Oh, are coming. That's a completely different statement. But Evelyn, tell me, Is that a woman's jingle? How is that a right, though? Oh, shut up. Okay. No, that's fine. I'll shut up. All right, but then don't make comments like that if you don't want me to talk about it. Okay? How's that? That's all. I'll be fair to you. I'll shut up. You be fair to me. Let's do that. Or if you keep spamming, then you're not going to be able to spam anymore. How's that? How about, well, what would they used to call them? Transvestites. Vestidi means clothes. Right? Vestidi. Vestidi. Like get dressed. Vestidi. O vestido means dress or suit. Transvestito. So it's like a Latin word with trans. So they transition. Right. That's basically what it is. Not according to Tampon Tim. Duckman. KO Productions. Yeah, I mean, if you stand for, in my opinion, my body, my choice, how do you associate a trans man having the same body as a naturally biological woman? You can't. You can't. Yeah, but even if you chop it, you're still a man. Physically. You know what I mean? Did you ever watch that MMA guy, that fat, out of shape? He beat up 3 MMA girls. It's on YouTube. I mean, they were trying to fuck this guy. He beat the piss out of all 3 of them. They didn't have a chance. He was like, oh. I mean, they got him with a couple of good shots. They kicked him in his stomach. He was knocked down, but he just like destroyed them. One guy. Professional fighters. Yeah, how come you never see a man fight a woman in UFC? Stranger Jank. His man pegs him. He's low key. It was light work for him. Yeah, I mean, he had to go chasing each one. That was the hardest part. That he one would get him, he'd have to turn around, and the other one was like punch him in the back of the head. But they didn't have really any effect on him. Like if 3 guys were jumping on one MMA guy, they would destroy him. 2 guys would fuck any MMA guy up, no matter how strong they are. Unless the guy gets a good shot in and knocks you out. Americans cannot even hold a tolerance for guardrail installations. You know how no one in this guy's family... That's true. Nobody does like me. How did you know? Quick Nicky? Nobody does like me in my family. I don't know why. Nobody does. I'm like the black sheep. I'm the one everybody avoids. I'm the one that nobody has their phone number. Nobody has my phone number. I think more people on YouTube have my phone number than people in my own family. Yeah, it's true. I have Facebook, and I don't even have all my family members on it. Nobody wants to be my friend. It's true. I don't know. Can you see the meat I need to finish real quick? What? What are you making, a burger? What are you cooking, a burger there? Crime and organ donating. Canada. Lockheed Martin. You guys aren't Canadians. You're villagers. Yeah. The name Canada stems from Kanata, meaning village. Did you know that, Lockheed Martin? I'm serious. I'm serious. So in reality, I'm going to start calling Canadians villagers. So basically, Canadians are the original village people. That's not funny. That's a fact. Canadians are the original village people. Yeah, look it up. So from now on, when I refer to Canadians, I'm going to say the village people. So in case, oh, you can't talk about Canadians because their feelings get hurt, we'll just say the village people. Oh, I love the village too. Master dear. We know that. We are taught that in school. So you don't call yourselves the villagers? What do you call yourselves, Evelyn? I'm glad I didn't have to time Evelyn out. See, now, Evelyn, you made a nice... You don't have to write in caps either, Evelyn. That's spamming as well. Now, it's not spamming to me. It's spamming according to YouTube. Hat slayer? You slay hats and you're calling me uneducated? Your name is Hat Slayer. You chose that name, not me. So you basically go around taking people's hats and like ripping them or something? You slay a hat like that? Like, is that what you do? And you're calling me uneducated? Bro, whatever you are behind Hat Slayer, I hope you're not from Canada. That's going to be very bad for the village people. No, I like Evelyn. Oh, here we go. Now she's like lowercase and uppercase. We don't care about little American feelings. My feelings are greater than little, Evelyn. You have small things to say, really? You mean like the Michelangelo's small, uncircumcised penis? We have actions to do. Actions? We will defend our homeland? You mean like the United States defends your country? You think you could defend yourselves without America? From your dictatorship? So you agree that Canadian companies want to do business in America for free, right? That's what you agree on, Evelyn? So I have to pay taxes so your corporations in the village can import their village produced goods into the United States for free, or foreign countries can ship their goods to the village and rebrand things and then ship them into the United States under falsity and say that they were made in Canada? Wow, Evelyn. I'm glad you told us all that. You just educated everybody. Very good. What's your problem with... I don't have a problem with the village. Did you know you're legally a woman? No. I am? How did you know that? Royal VR? Really? I'm legally a woman. Well, you got some part of it right. Woman. W-O, man. What? That's so weird. What? What does what mean? What? Man. Who the fuck made the word woman? I gotta look that up. Now I'm curious. Where did the word woman originate? The word woman originates from the Old English compound withman, meaning female person. With meant woman, female, and man, M-A-N-N, meant person, human being. With. So in Old English, probably the 13th century, 14th, with, man. Here's more detailed breakdown. Old English roots. The word woman evolved from Old English word withman. I never knew that. With, meaning with. Part of the word meant woman or female. With. With. Get a whiff of that? So did women back then have a distinct smell? Man, meaning the man, part meant person or human being. Evolution of the world as the language changed, the pronunciation of with meant, right? Just like the N word. You know, it just changed when it went into Southern slang. While with originally meant woman, why were women called whiffs in Old English? Is this guy right about the etymology of women? Why whiff was used in Old English? I gotta type it. So it wasn't a root for wife. What does whiff mean? W-I-F. The letter whiff can refer to the word whiff, which is an older form of wife. Now they're saying it's a form of wife. So the internet is contradicting itself. So whiff means, right? Did you get a whiff for that? No? Free Diddy? Free Luigi? You love Diddy? Luigi. What did Luigi do anyway? All right, guys. Thanks for coming into the video. I really appreciate everybody here and the 65 thumbs ups. Have a great night. And if I don't see you, happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy your day. God bless you and have a great night and the rest of your weekend. And say hello to somebody and be nice to somebody, please. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up before we end the chat.